Welcome to Level TV with the brand new HTC One smartphone. Here in a full review, we have tested this now for a few weeks and we just love the device, the design, and this is also available in black, not only in silver as you can see here. And we can have also the Xperia Z here, Apple iPhone 5, which has a similar look as you can see here. Actually, if you flip them over, you can see also material and design similarities here, especially with this white top and bottom line. Thickness right away, check right there. And yeah, display size is of course quite different. Apple, Samsung Galaxy S3 and S4 have the same size, so you can see here the size difference right away. In thickness here also the differences, but the Samsung is of course the plastic monger, so this is quite a lot of plastic, but it feels also heavier, the Samsung, which is quite interesting since the size is actually the same. And then we have the Sony Xperia Z here, which has a 5-inch Full HD screen, so it's a little bit higher, taller. But otherwise, in terms of thickness, again here, the HTC is in the middle, of course, I think 1 or 2 millimeters thicker. But otherwise, well, let's just stay with the HTC. You can already see we have here on the side volume control, nothing else much more. We have a lot of plastic here actually in the middle on the outside, so it's just metal on the top and on the back. We have here the infrared for controlling your TV, 3.5mm port for listening to music, and of course the SIM card tray here, which is micro SIM, right here where you need a little pin needle to take out the slot like on the Apple iPhone and other devices nowadays too. On the back, you already have seen here, we have the microphone, ultra pixel camera, flashlight, and NFC is also right here on top. Beautiful HTC logo, and on the bottom micro USB and microphone. The boom sound speakers right here, stereo speakers, sound amazing. You will listen to it in a few seconds. 2-megapixel camera on the front, some status LEDs right here behind the boom sound speaker, and of course some sensors. So let's turn the device on. You can see here right away I can just do this, and right away I have my blink feed here. Let's try that again. I could unlock it right away, go to my phone, messages, or for example shoot right away a picture with my Zoe or ultra pixel camera. Zoe is interesting since you can like take a short little video and then you can hear and watch it also after you did that. I have the volume now on the minimum, but you can see here that this is quite interesting since you can go back and forth here with the photos, and you could choose, for example, if somebody is smiling or not. Here the different photos, but there's so many camera features I cannot show you all of them. If you unlock the device, you will have here right away the blink feed, where you can see I have my tips and help, Engadget article, Verge article, Reuters, and so on. You can choose, of course, in this stream what you want to see. You can see, for example, more Facebook content from your own Facebook user account, and so on and so on. So this is quite beautiful and fast. And then if you like an article, you just can go in here, read it, share it, and so on. And if you go all the way to the top, you can also search, set your settings, topics and services, and you can choose your highlights, what you want to see. For example, just from an app, you want to see the highlights, for example, but I haven't set any apps right now. And then you can right away go here to the regular Android interface, where you can see I have Facebook, Play Store, I have Jetpack Joyride installed, that I played already a little bit, so you can see here this looks quite great, but of course on a Snapdragon 600 this shouldn't be a problem. We have the maximum display brightness right here right now, so sitting outside the display looks still quite great, and even when the sun is shining that's no problem. So that was the gaming part. Let's go back to the camera a little bit, switch to the front camera, where you can also, I think, shoot Zoe's, I'm not sure. Well, let's just see. Oh, it releases after a few seconds, since Zoe's with the front camera wouldn't make much sense, but you can see here actually that, of course, this is also quite sharp and fast, and the display you can see also right away is quite beautiful from all sides, but of course it's a little bit reflective, so you cannot see it from everywhere. So let's go back and let's check out the keyboard, one of my main or favorite features. Let's go to website. And then you can see here right away, it's so fast you don't even have to wait for anything, but it also is quite great in size for just one hand. But what I don't like is actually the power button right here on top. I have big hands, but holding it like this, I can't reach it. I really have to do this, and then it could fall out of my hand when I'm a little bit drunk maybe. So either you use two hands to turn the device on, or you just have to really move it up and down in your hand here quite a lot. I mean, you can get used to it. It's not the worst feature, but HTC could have done, like, I don't know, something like the BlackBerry does, to just maybe unlock it by touch, or when it's too dark in your pocket, for example, that it can't unlock. But you can see here now browsing is blazing fast. It makes a lot of fun, or is a lot of fun, and you can zoom in and out also here in this responsive design a little bit, and you can flip also here the content quite quickly. But we are of course in Wi-Fi right now, but it still looks quite great as far as I would say. So let's go just back again and let's try out that keyboard I was telling you about. I already started here something where you can't only use the keyboard like that. And I have it on German set right now, so let's just go to English, Portugal, Russian, Czech, DK. I haven't set any basic languages here, so it goes through all the languages. So here, so we have English, and then we can just easily type like something like home, but that's not that thrilling because I love the swipe features, so I would just go like this for Brooklyn, or I could do something like investigation, bam, investigate, investigating, instigation, and then I have to look for what I wanted to write actually. So investigate, didn't work out that well, so let's just hit space and type the ion at the end. I had to type space since if I do something else and just hit delete, it deletes the whole word, which I love, since most of the times it doesn't, or a lot of times it doesn't get right what you wanted to write, and then you can delete it right away. With Samsung it's not like that. You have to delete each letter separately, which I hate. So this was the keyboard, which also flips of course quickly, so you don't have to worry about that. And then we have of course some more features inside, like boom sound. I love it, and I hope you will love it now too when I go to the maximum sound. So you can hear this sounds quite great, and compared to the Samsung Galaxy S3 for example, I have the same song on here. I copied it over NFC, so it's exactly the same. Maximum loudness sounds totally different. I mean, you can hear the difference. So this is louder, better, and boom sound is just really amazing. But the Apple iPhone 5 comes to about the same sound as far as I would say, since I already tested it, and it comes close, not as great, but you could compare it, and the Sony Xperia Z is maybe the worst of all these four devices in that sound area, which is kind of sad. So let's go out again, and you can see here we have these basic features here inside. I already told you about the TV, for example. I could just go in here, say I'm in America, choose from the EPG the show I want to watch, and then via the infrared port here, which is inside the power button, the device will set the TV station to the content you want to watch. Exit. And then of course standard features like calendar, phone, you already saw the browser, Facebook, so there's not much else to show you actually here, but a lot of camera features which I would not do right now, since there is separate videos for that. So I would just say thank you very much for watching this full review of the HTC One, which is one of the most beautiful devices right now out on the market. I just love it. I think you will love it also. It's fast, has a good battery life of about a day when you use it in heavy mode. So I would say 8 to 10 hours when you really watch a lot of videos, listen to music and everything, which is totally enough for a day. You can't expect from any other smartphone more. There's some kinks that every smartphone has right now, like if you use metal that it scratches quite quickly right here on the bottom, for example. But otherwise, beautiful device. It's already available now. also under the name Droid DNA. And content-wise, inside the box you can see we have headphones, micro USB, a little pin here to take out the SIM card, some paperwork. The in-ear headphones have a few more sizes, and there's also a charging device, of course, inside. But this is the UK version, where HTC leaves out the charger to save the environment, since USB chargers are not that new anymore. So thank you much for watching. This was the HTC One with Endeavor TV. Please subscribe here on the bottom. My name is Balazs Gal, and if you have any questions, just ask right here on the comment section below.